Uh,
Big ball, fat, making my end. Fucking big killer, hot. Big ball, fat.
Sports God TV broadcasting from DC. Like and subscribe if you really trying to see me. Oh, what a feeling talking sports like religion. No cap over here, man. It's all about business. Share the content, jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. Alright, so my man, Baltimore native, Gervonta Tank Davis announces his next fight. It has been announced. In Houston, we got a problem. B-Moore's going to Houston. December 14th, you got the WBA lightweight champion, Gervonta Tank Davis. 30 wins, 0 losses, 28 of those big wins by way of knockout versus WBA junior lightweight champion, DC native, where I'm from, stand up, Lamont Roach. 25 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, and 10 of his wins by way of knockout. To get that title, Roach beat in a split decision Hector Luis Garcia, a common opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis. And then he defended it against Fergal McCory in June and, got the dub, right? A lot of fans and people are not excited about this fight that was announced with Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Here's why. A lot of people feel like he's too small. He's coming up from 130 to going to 135. Last time Gervonta weighed in for Frank Martin fight, he was weighing 133. So it's not like it's a big weight difference. Let's make that clear, number one. Number two, you got people crying, man, saying that Gervonta hasn't fought nobody. Listen here. This is Gervonta Davis's second fight of the year, which he hasn't done in quite some time. He tried to line up fights with glass hands, Shakur Stevenson. He backed down. He tried to make a fight with, can't say Ryan Garcia because they already fought. I mean, Devin Haney was the next opponent, but Devin Haney and Bill Haney said no. They didn't want to fight. They think they worth more than what they really are worth. And we seen the worth. Not saying that Haney ain't a great boxer. I believe he's a great boxer. But look at what Ryan Garcia did to Devin Haney. Even though he was allegedly, or it was proven that he was on a substance obstaring, right? Who else could Gervonta Tank Davis fight at 135? I mean, you guys act like he didn't move up to 140 and beat Mario Barrios, right? And Barrios is at, 54 now? And he's a great fighter. He's a good fighter, solid fighter. And Gervonta beat him. People complained about Gervonta at his weight class beating Ryan Garcia because Ryan Garcia had to lose weight and drain himself to get to that weight class. Ryan Garcia wanted that payday. He wanted that fight. He lost that fight. So he fought Frank Martin, an undefeated fighter at the time. He beat Santa Cruz back then. He beat, I can't mention Rolly Romero. He's obviously is trash. He beat Pitbull Cruz with one hand. And Pitbull, a lot of people was high on Pitbull Cruz until Ryo diffused that bomb, right? Who else has Gervonta Davis? Who could he fight? I mean, if you got guys that's really ducking the smoke with him, I mean, he got to stay busy. Staying busy is the name of the game, and I can appreciate the fact that he is giving the fans, though he will be heavily favored, though I think Roach has a fighter's chance. Every fighter has a chance when they step in the ring on any given night. But when you're talking about, okay, the fight that people would love to see, it won't happen. Not right now, because the main guy that everyone wants to see Gervonta fight can't keep his hands right. And that is Shakur Stevenson. Now, there have been some whispers now that it has been officially announced that David Benavidez will be fighting David Morrell, that Benavidez and Gervonta might end up on the same card as they did for the Frank Martin bout, which would be, hey, that would be love. That would be a lot of viewership with two big fights like that, despite Gervonta's opponent. But in all consideration, you know that there's going to be an explosive card. You know Tank fighting in December, which means he probably, next fight can be probably in April, something like that. That's enough time to give everyone an opportunity to get their ducks in a row to, hey, get a big prize fight. Shout out to Lamont Roach getting the opportunity to make a bag. Coming from Washington, D.C., I know all about D.C. I'm born and raised here in D.C. To see a fighter or any athlete, for that matter, or any person in general, come up from here is always a blessing. It's always a good thing. And you got to respect it. And I respect Tank for giving Lamont Roach an opportunity to try to at least win a title. You know, I'm not saying that he will win it. And he feels some type of way, and feel as he should. He feeling like he slept on and ain't nobody giving him a shot. But just to run down real quick, Frank Martin, Tank fought. Ryan Garcia, Hector Garcia, Isaac Cruz, Mario Barrios, Gamboya, and Leo Santa Cruz. Someone had mentioned that Tank hasn't been fighting dudes that wasn't even in the top 3 in their weight class. Leo Santa Cruz, I'm sorry, even though he was a weight class below, was definitely top 3 in his weight class. Ryan Garcia obviously was as well a top guy in his own weight class. Isaac Cruz was becoming that. Mario Barrios definitely was. And again, boy, besides losing to Terrence Bud Crawford, I mean, his second loss was against Tank Davis. I mean, so cut the jokes with all that, man. I just be hearing people, you know, just talk just to be talking. But I'm excited to see Gervonta Davis in the ring for the second time this year. I think it's a good thing for boxing. I think it's a good thing for Gervonta and his team to stay busy. And hopefully they can line up a Devin Haney or a Shakur Stevenson, since those are the main 2 fighters that people want to see Tank Davis fight. Again, I'm not backing down from this. I think he smashes either one of those fighters, because I just think that long-term IQ, power, the way he can set up punches, he's going to knock one of them out, period. You can't be super, super calculated and on defense mode when you're fighting Tank Davis. That's not going to get you the W. You got to be ready to sit down on some punches, to stand in front of him, move around, be elusive, but at the same time, you're going to have to sit down at times. And that's when I think those fights change, because Tank has that one punch changing the outcome type of power. What are you guys' thoughts and comments, man? It's your boy, Sports Guy TV, where we talk sports like religion. And I'm out. Until the next time.